Hi guys, I hope you're well and enjoying your day. Today I wanted to film kind of like an updated flip through and also like mid-year filofax reset. I have updated a couple of things, I've changed some of my tabs, and yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. So first off, what's different that you can already tell is this thing right here. It's a little ribbon that came with a gift my mom gave me, and I thought it was super cute to just tie it to this button closure. Alright, so let's get started. I usually have a highlighter and this little pen loop, so I'm just gonna add that here as a replacement. I think my other highlighter must still be in my bag. But yeah, this is a new pen I'm trying out. I was looking for specifically one that dries quickly and doesn't smudge with highlighters over it, because I highlight quite a lot in my weeklies. But yeah, let's get started. So my first tab, this is from a notebook that I bought at Hema, and it's just like the front cover that I cut up, and it has these little scalloped edges, which I think are really pretty. This right here is a postcard that I brought back home with me from my husband and I's honeymoon in Mauritius. And my cat is walking into the frame. And then this one is a little like paper clip with this little pearl detail that I got on Vinted. That came with like a package of stationery that I ordered. And then the first tab that I'm gonna move to is productivity. Actually, this thing right here, I need to remove that, but it's glued on. So I guess I'll just cover that up with this post-it. But yeah, as you can see, I have this little post-it on here that has a scripture on it, Jeremiah 17:9, and then this is a gift bag. Sorry, Tiga has just decided she's sitting right next to the filofax. I'll just keep her in. This is a gift bag, I think that I bought from stationery, but I just hole punched it, and I use this, back when I was still junk journaling, I used this as like a catch-all for ephemera, but I don't really use it anymore as that. I just use it as like a tab cover. So yeah, right here I have this divider just so that I can flip quickly to my daily to-dos, and this one right now, it's kind of a trend that I'm seeing on social media. Doing like a to-do list bingo. So I don't know, I just wanted to try it out and see if maybe I would do an insert with that on my Etsy. This insert, I had printed this myself, and then the title I just hand wrote. But yeah, I'm just trying it out and seeing if it works for me or not. Then I have a couple of to-do lists. These are not decorated at all. Usually I do decorate them, but these are newly added and I just haven't had the time yet. But yeah, I divide these into categories. So I have personal, home and household to do, and then ministry. This one is like 2 specific projects that I'm working on, and then Holy Notes Co. Usually on here I'll have like different videos I'm planning to film and edit and stuff, or social media posts, but I'm still trying to figure out if I like this format for social media planning or not. Next is my household tab. So I have this little post-it right here from this sticky notes set from Hema. These sticky notes on the right side are the ones that I use the most. My name means little star, and so I just love anything that has stars on it, and it's kind of a theme, as you will see in my filofax. And then on the other side, there's this photo of my husband and I on a date that we went on with some of our friends. Right here I have a scripture, and then this is my weekly cleaning checklist. I have to mark this because today is Friday actually. I haven't updated my filofax today yet. And then on here I have a list with saving goals, so stuff that I'm saving up for. Not necessarily like a wish list, but more like necessary things. Here I have a list with home improvements that I want to do, and I just kind of work this off like whenever I have the time for it. And then household notes specifically for the sizes of trash bags I need for our trash cans, because I always forget. And then our bedding sizes, just so that I can make sure when I buy new bedding that it's the right size. Then the next tab is habits, and right here I have a little gift tag that also came with, I think, a Christmas gift that my parents gave me. And on the other side there's a Polaroid of my husband and I. This is also a gift tag from Söstrengren, and then the habits I have in here are studying for my driver's license. If you've been watching my videos, this is a never-ending project. I started my theory classes in Germany for my driver's license in April of last year, and I don't know, I just haven't found the time to study for the theory exam, and I can't take the practical exam before I've passed the theory, so that's just where it's on hold right now. But yeah. Next thing is making my bed first thing in the morning, and then on this I'm also tracking when I changed my bed sheets the last time. I try to change my bed sheets like every 2 to 3 weeks. In the winter it's more 3 weeks, and the summer it's more like every week to every 2 weeks, depending on how much we sweat. We recently had a heat wave in Europe, and so I had to change our bedding quite a lot. Next is weigh-in. I'm currently doing Weight Watchers, which is also something I'm tracking, but I have a different habit tracker for that. And so, yeah, I'm trying not to weigh myself daily. I don't want to get too obsessed with it, but I do want to track my progress. Next is pills. I have different supplements that I take. Then load and unload my dishwasher. I try to unload it in the morning and then load it throughout the day and then launch it right before going to bed, so that in the morning I have clean dishes. Next is Vinted. I've been trying to sort out my closet. So on here I'm tracking my Vinted uploads, and then also days where I made a sale and where I shipped packages. I haven't uploaded anything in July yet. On here I'm tracking Weight Watchers, specifically like making sure I track my meals, because that's something that I forget about easily, or like I don't fully track everything, and so having a habit tracker for this reminds me. Then Holy Notes Go Post. I also need to update this, but yeah, different stars for different platforms that I'm posting on. Next is taking out my contacts. Ever since I had contact lenses, or ever since I started wearing contacts instead of my glasses, I've been bad at remembering to take them out. I've kind of made a habit of sleeping with them, which is not good, and it's actually kind of dangerous, and so I've been trying to be better with that. And then daily cleaning. In here I have 2 different things. I have the purple highlighter for when I just did my daily cleaning, and then this little star is for when I vacuumed or mopped the floor. Next is my kitty litter, which I haven't tracked because I used to track it on my phone, and I still kind of have been tracking it on my phone, but yeah. I do try to clean my kitty litter every like day or 2. Tracking in my Flow app, tracking my period and whatnot. Oral hygiene. I actually went to a dentist appointment this morning. I grind my teeth, mainly from stress. I've been doing that since I was like 12 years old. I have a night guard, but I actually found out today that I grind my teeth so badly that my night guard is like barely doing anything. I mean, technically we don't really know how much it's doing because I do try to wear it regularly, but it's actually made my teeth quite porous, and it just makes me get cavities a lot easier. I have like a whole oral hygiene routine. I do oil pulling and flossing and different toothpaste in the morning, then in the evening, and different things. And then I also have like this weekly treatment that I do. But yeah, very important. I actually found out this morning that I might have to get masseter Botox to prevent my teeth grinding, because keeping that up every 6 months is probably less expensive than having to get tooth implants at some point in my life. Next thing is my retainer or my night guard, specifically remembering to put that in. Next thing is my 2026 horizontal year planner. And I have these little glittery dot stickers where I track when I read my Bible and when I prayed. And I try to do it daily, but I've low-key been slacking a little bit. Then I made this reading log for trying to read through the whole Bible. End of last year, I got a new journaling Bible, and so in this, I'm also tracking which chapters I've journaled specifically in that Bible. And with my church, we're doing a Bible in a year reading plan. And so, yeah, I'm just marking off like which chapters I've read. This is also on my Etsy if you're interested in getting it. And then I have this little star clip from Hema to keep these pages together. Next is my 2026 vertical year planner, which I use as a 1 line a day gratitude journal. It's so satisfying seeing this half of the year already filled in. But yeah, and now we're in July, and today's July 3rd, which I haven't tracked yet. That's it for my habits. And then the next thing are my weeklies, which is my calendar. I know that a lot of people prefer like monthlies and dailies, but the way I do my weeklies, I also kind of plan my day, which you'll see. But yeah, this is from a filofax insert that I used to use, but then I made my own weeklies insert. But I still like to use this like yearly overview, and then I put stickers for the months that we finished, and I have to find these tiny little stickers. I don't know, I gave them to a friend to borrow, and she did give them back to me, but I don't know where I put them. But on here I wanted to put one of these tiny little stickers, and then also on here. Then on here I have this gift tag that I wrote Psalm 119 verse 103 on. I have this divider that says today at the top. Sorry, this is so messy. I have this divider to be able to, just for quick reference, go to the current week. And then on here I have this little sticky note with my index and just like the color coding that I use. So the categories I have are personal, home, ministry, freelance, and commuting, which I barely use commuting now, but I'm looking for a different job right now, and so I'm probably going to use that more in the future, because in my current job I just have a lot of people coming home to my place, and then I work from home. And then basically this insert, wait, let me try to find a week that's fairly empty. In this insert, as you can see on the bottom, I wrote down the chapters of the reading plan that I'm doing every day. It's basically from midnight to midnight of that day, which I prefer a lot over, I feel like a lot of weekly inserts have like starting at 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. and I have kind of an unusual time schedule, and so I need 24 hours and not just like 20 or 18 or however many. And yeah, I usually keep like maybe 2 or 3 months worth of weeklies in here at a time, and then I archive them or just throw them away once I've used them. Actually, if you go on my Instagram, I used to decorate my weeklies a lot more, but June has been so busy for me that I really didn't have the time for that. I might do that again, I don't know. And then this is just like an overview of recurring events and the dates that they're recurring at, so that every time I put in new weeklies, I just put these dates in there as well. Next tab is lists, and I have this little sticky note on here that says lists, and then also a photo of my husband and I's engagement. And yeah, these are, as the title says, lists. So on here I have a sticky note that says people who fill my love tank. When we first moved to Berlin, I was feeling very lonely, and I just kind of felt like I don't have a lot of friends who live in my city now, because a lot of my friends from growing up in Berlin moved different places for university or different reasons. But yeah, on here I have just like a brain dump of what I'm using different planners for. And then on here I have a list with filofax improvements, so it's just a running list of like stuff that whenever it comes to mind I note down on here. This is my 2026 vision board. I had like a very elaborate vision board that you can see in previous videos of mine, but I just put too many things on there, and so then at some point I just archived it, and I was like, I'm just gonna choose the things that I really want to focus on that are important to me, and it doesn't have to be pretty. And so I just ripped this out of a notebook. Then habits that I'm trying to track. Not all of these are in my current habit tracker, but these are generally the ones that whenever I redo my habit tracker, most of these are in there. And then this is my monthly planning routine and just stuff that I want to go through at the beginning of every month when I'm planning the rest of the month. Then on here I have a wanna buy list, specifically my wish list, which I actually want to move into a different planner. And I made this little tab out of washi tape. And then the last thing on here is home improvement purchases. I have a set budget for home improvement purchases every month, and so I always have a running list of what's next, I guess. Then next is Bible study, so these are just Bible study notes, and on here is also a gift tag. Gift tags actually work really well for just ephemera and decorating your filofax, I found. But yeah, on here I have the Wheel of Emotions. Maybe that's something you guys know, and I added a scripture. I made this insert myself, and then these are just different Bible study notes that I'm not gonna show in too much detail on camera. The next thing on here is church notes. So I've archived all of these, so right now it's just empty with empty lined paper. This is a list that I made with the names of God in Hebrew in the Bible, which I just keep in here because I think it looks cool, and I don't know, I like reading through it. And then yeah, here I just have note paper during like church service and devos and stuff. And then the last thing on here is messy notes / brain dump. So as the title says, These are messy notes and brain dump lists I make that don't have to be pretty or that I'm only keeping for a certain amount of time. This actually needs to go into my commonplace, which is in a different journal. Yeah, this is what my messy notes look like. And then this is my library card. I actually hate the back of this, but I didn't have anything else. I'll replace this at some point. And then here I kept one of these tabs empty just as like a page lifter at the end of the book. And then this notebook cover right here, I took the other side of that notebook cover and kind of cut it to fit into this pocket just because I thought it looked cute. Here I have sticky notes, these like lined post-its, more sticky notes, more sticky notes. These are church invitation cards, and then this is from an event from my church that says in German, what does unfailing love mean to you? And then right here is a little envelope with these glittery dot stickers that I use for my trackers, and more to do with sticky notes that I use kind of to just plan my day. This is a Polaroid of my best friend who's also my sister-in-law. And this was my current flip through and filofax setup. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just started my TikTok account, which I'll be posting a lot more than on Instagram just because the algorithm is a little more friendly towards like just spamming on TikTok. So yeah, if you guys are interested in following me on there, I'll put the link into the description under this video. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or your night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!